The Curse of the Cobb Estate, written by C.L. Smoot. This story is built on real events. The paper trail and the whispers are still there. People called them the Sphinx Murders. People still speak of the Cobb Estate and the curse that followed it. The records exist. The ruins still stand. A Tooms Dark Bedtime Stories original. What follows is a dramatization. The dialogue is imagined. The theory is mine. The grief is real. The dates and places come from the world outside this room. We tell this to remember. Chapter 1. The sax hits a low, aching note. The room holds its breath. I stand near the edge of the ballroom at the Cobb Estate. I pretend to study the molding. I am really watching teeth, gums, smiles, habit. Years of open mouths turn every party into a survey. Nathan Cobb glides through the crowd like he owns the air. He owns the house and the hill. Tonight, he looks like he owns the moon. Dr. Seaver, he calls. Heads turn, then turn away. You made it after all. I did, I say. It comes out flat. You throw a hard party to refuse. He laughs. His hair has gone thin and white early. It makes the blue of his eyes harder. He wears money that wants notice without questions. He follows my gaze to the stage. Helen steps into the light. Black hair waved, mouth near the microphone. She looks over the room like she is choosing someone to punish. Then her voice slides in, low, smoky. I am all for you, body and soul, she sings. That is my girl, Nathan says. Firebrand, is she not? She is, I say. Her voice has weight, depth. Like the ocean, he says. Calm on top, riptides beneath. I smile. It is true. It is easier than asking why his jaw tightens on certain lines. Excellence never comes free, Nathan says. He lifts his glass. Tonight, only indulgence. You will drink with me. We raise our glasses. To fleeting moments, he says. To teeth that do not crack on almonds, I say. The first true thing in my head. He laughs. Later, in the dark, I will remember that laugh. How real it sounds. How human. That matters. The worst monsters start out human. Have you seen the gardens? He asks. The new addition. The hedge maze, I say. I almost got lost on the drive. He leans in like a conspirator. Not the maze, he says. The grotto. A piece from Europe. Very old. Very strange. I think you will appreciate her. Her, I say. A goddess of night and thresholds, he says. His eyes glitter. You are a man of science, Leonard. You know thresholds. Between health and decay, I say. He nods. Go look, he says. Down the main path, past the hedges. Velvet curtain. You cannot miss it. He is wrong. I would have missed it if he had not said velvet curtain in that tone. I slip out a few songs later. The sax fades. Crickets take over. Pasadena hums in the distance. The night smells of cut grass and roses. Exhaust under all of it. The hedge path narrows. then opens into a small clearing. The velvet hangs heavy over a stone arch. I stand there a moment, listening. Nothing. I feel foolish. A boy daring himself to peek into a tent at a fair. I have a rule. I do not touch what I cannot name in other people's houses. I hook my fingers into the velvet anyway. I pull the curtain. Green light washes over me, wrong and sour. The air changes. Damp stone, a bitter edge like bad medicine. Black obsidian, a coiled body with 3 faces. One hears a terrible joke, one weeps, one snarls. The edges catch the torchlight like enamel under bad light. The air tastes green and bitter, hemlock and nightshade. I worked a poisoning once. I remember the color of the boy's lips. A single torch burns in the wall, low, steady, as if it never goes out. I do not believe in gods. I believe in infection and nerves. Still, I feel watched. Dr. Seaver, a voice says. I almost jump. Carrie Cobb stands in the arch, half shadow, half light. The party wife, the quiet one. Up close I see the small lines at her eyes, the kind made by sun and by trying not to cry where anyone can see. Mrs. Cobb, I say, your husband sent me to see your artwork. She steps beside me, not close, just enough that our shoulders almost touch. She is older than this house, Carrie says. Older than any lodge in this city. Do you feel it? I do. I will not admit it. I feel someone had obsidian and time, I say. She smiles a little. My grandmother told stories about a goddess like this, she says. Hecate, 3 faces, always at the crossroads, watching. Hecate, I say. The name sits wrong in my mouth. She is a protector, Carrie says. And something else. It depends who you ask. Which is she to you, I ask. Carrie looks up at the statue. For one beat, her face goes still. Charm stripped away. Hostess gone. To me, she says, smooth again. She is a reminder that some doors do not close once you open them. For a second, I angle toward the arch, ready to call it enough. I stay instead. A shiver walks down my spine. Later I will call it a draft. Tonight I nod and pretend my hands are not cold. From the ballroom, Helen holds a long note. It bends just past the point where it should break. They will be looking for you, I say. They will be looking for you as well, she says. You are the guest of honor, whether you know it or not. I start to ask what she means. She is already turning back toward light and champagne in her roll. I stand with the statue for one more breath. In the green light, her eyes seem amused, like she has heard this story before, like she knows how it ends. I tell myself it is only the way candles move. I step back through the curtain. The threshold keeps me for now. I let the velvet fall. Behind me, the air feels heavier, as if something just exhaled. Somewhere behind the stone, something patient watches from the dark. Unabridged and presented here in full. You've been listening to Tooms Dark Bedtime Stories, a nightly collection of classic and original tales of horror, mystery, and folklore. If you enjoyed tonight's story, follow, rate, and share Tooms Dark Bedtime Stories wherever you listen. It helps new listeners find the dark. Until next time, good night. Keep one light burning, and may your dreams stay dark. C.L. Smoot. The Curse of the Cobb Estate, 2025. This has been a Tooms production. Copyright 2025.